So, you're earning a six-figure salary, but have you ever just stopped and wondered, where is all the money actually going? If you have, you are definitely not alone. There's this huge group of people earning more than ever, but they feel like they're just treading water. Today, we are going to dive into the 3 hidden traps that keep high earners stuck, and then lay out the exact system you need to turn that big paycheck into real, lasting wealth.
I know, right? It sounds completely insane. Earning 150 grand a year should feel like you've made it. But for so many people, it just comes with this constant, nagging financial stress. Maybe you're lying awake at 3 a.m. wondering, why am I still living paycheck to paycheck? Well, this feeling is so common, it actually has a name.
Meet the Henrys, high earners, not rich yet. And this term, it hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? A Henry has a fantastic income, the kind that looks amazing on paper, but they have very little to show for it in terms of actual wealth. What's happened is they've built a lifestyle that perfectly matches or sometimes even exceeds their high income, and it leaves them feeling totally trapped. So how does this even happen? Let's start with the diagnosis.
Okay, so to fix this thing, we first have to really understand what's going on under the hood. This whole paradox comes from a massive misunderstanding between 2 very, very different concepts: your income and your net worth.
Think about it like this. Your high income, that's like having a super powerful engine in a sports car. It's awesome, right? It can generate a ton of speed. But if you're just sitting in the driveway revving it, you're not actually going anywhere. Now, your net worth, that's the odometer. That's the actual distance you've traveled toward your real destination, financial freedom. And here's the kicker. One does not automatically lead to the other.
So what's the first thing that keeps that powerful engine from actually getting you down the road? Well, it's trap number 1, lifestyle inflation. This is that quiet, almost invisible force that makes sure your spending magically rises to meet every single pay raise you get. It's sneaky.
And this chart just shows it perfectly. Let's say on your old salary, your basic needs, housing, food, getting around, took up about 60% of your take-home pay. Then, bam, you get a big promotion. But instead of saving that extra cash, your definition of needs just expands. You get the bigger apartment, the nicer car, the fancier groceries, and suddenly your new needs are eating up 75% of your bigger salary. You're making more money, but you actually have less breathing room. You haven't made progress, you've just built a bigger trap.
So, what do? You need a line in the sand, a hard rule. The 65% rule is your secret weapon against lifestyle inflation. Your absolute core necessities should never, ever cross this line. See, by capping these expenses, you guarantee that every future raise actually creates a surplus, and that's the money that you can use to build real wealth, not just a bigger lifestyle.
All right, on to trap number 2. And this one is a little more psychological. We're talking about the status tax. This is that unspoken pressure you feel to spend money just to show people you're successful. It's that voice in your head that says you have to look the part that your high income suggests.
And this is the question you have to be brutally honest with yourself about. Are you buying that designer watch or that luxury car because you genuinely appreciate the amazing craftsmanship, or because you want other people to see that you can afford it? That spending, that's the status tax. It's a price you pay for other people's approval, and half the time, you're trying to impress people who aren't even paying attention.
Let's make this real. A super common status symbol is the fancy car. The average payment for a new one is right around $700 a month. And for a lot of high earners, it's way higher than that. It just feels normal, right? Almost expected. But what's the true cost of that payment?
Okay, this is where it gets crazy. That $700 a month, if you had invested it instead, at a pretty reasonable return over a 40-year career, becomes over $900,000. So you're not just paying for a car, you are literally trading nearly $1 million of your future freedom for an asset that's losing value every single day. It's a choice between a temporary image and permanent wealth.
Okay, enough of the bad news. We've diagnosed the problem. But there's a third trap, and it might be the most dangerous one of all. Just relying on willpower, hoping to save whatever's left at the end of the month. It never works. So how do we fix this? Well, the prescription is to stop trying to use willpower and instead build an automatic wealth system that does all the heavy lifting for you.
And the system is beautifully simple. It's just 3 steps. First, you get aggressive and you cap your necessities at 65%, just like we talked about. Second, you max out your tax-advantaged accounts, your 401k, your HSA, all of it. This gives you an immediate discount on building wealth. And third, and this is the most important part, you automate everything. Your savings, your investments, they get transferred the day you get paid before you even have a chance to think about spending.
And this is the whole game.
Most people fail because they try to save what's left over at the end of the month. But successful wealth builders, they pay themselves first, automatically. You have to take willpower completely out of the equation. Because let's be honest, you're fighting against a multi-trillion-dollar marketing industry that is designed from the ground up to make you spend.
So what's the end game here? What's the ultimate cure for this high earner poverty trap? It's about completely changing the way you think about the purpose of your salary. Here it is. The real goal of earning $150,000 a year is to build enough assets that you don't need that salary anymore, at all. True wealth isn't about having a high-spending lifestyle that's funded by a super demanding job. No, it's about building a stream of passive income from your investments that covers your living expenses. This is the big shift from survival mode to optionality mode, where you work because you want to, not because you have to.
And this is the perfect way to sum it all up. Chasing that high-income lifestyle, it's like you're running on a high-speed treadmill. You're working like crazy, you're burning a ton of energy, but you're not actually going anywhere. The second you stop running, you get thrown off. But building wealth, that's like building a downhill slide. Yeah, it takes a lot of work to get to the top, but once you're there, momentum just takes over, and the ride is effortless.
So, I'll leave you with this one last question. Take a really hard look at where your money is going. Is that powerful engine of your salary paving a road to your freedom, or is it just building a bigger, more comfortable cage? The choice is entirely yours.